Throughout the years at Ring of Fire and, of course, here at Fair and Balanced, I've had to cover some pretty gross stories. I've covered stories that, honestly, while talking about them, have nearly brought me to tears. But I think this story I'm about to tell you right now about this state representative up in Alaska, this is definitely top 5 of the most disgusting stories I've ever had to talk about. You have Alaskan State Representative David Eastman, Republican, of course. I didn't even need to say that. Like, you probably could already tell that. Who this week said that sometimes children dying of child abuse, hey, that's actually a pretty good thing for us. You know, one less person on welfare. Let me read you his exact statement, word for word, of what Alaskan State Representative David Eastman had to say. In the case where child abuse is fatal, obviously it's not good for the child, but it's actually a benefit to society because there aren't needs for government services and whatnot over the whole course of that child's life. So, if you're going to beat a child, I guess Mr. Eastman, what does he think that it's best you just go ahead and beat them to death all the way so that you don't leave them somehow crippled and then, oh God, the government's got to pay for it. If only you would have just finished the job, then this person wouldn't be on public assistance and we'd have an extra $200 a month. That is one of the sickest statements I've ever read. And it gets worse. Because he was actually given an opportunity to hold the hell up, dude. Are you sure you want to say this? He was asked by his colleagues, like, did you really just say that it's to the benefit of society if a child that's being abused gets killed? And he said, I'm talking dollars. It gets argued periodically that it's actually a cost savings because that child is not going to need any of those government services that they might otherwise be entitled to receive and need based on growing up in this type of environment. So you double down on it. They gave you the chance. Like, hey, you just said it's totally cool if a kid gets killed because then we don't have to pay for it. You really want to go with that? And he's like, oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because then we don't have to pay for anything. If the kid's dead, hey, well, I mean, it's bad for the kid, he says. Of course. I mean, poor kid. But we don't have to do a damn thing about it. You know, because obviously anyone who's the victim of child abuse, like, they're totally always 100% of the time going to end up on government assistance later in life. So not only have you said you're cool with kids dying, bad for the kid, good for the country, but you're also stereotyping every single victim of abuse, saying you will never make anything out of your life. You are destined to become a failure and repeat the cycle of abuse on and on forever and ever and ever. David Eastman, representative from the state of Alaska. Don't forget that name. I want you to remember that name until you see in the headline, State Representative David Eastman, Republican from Alaska, resigns in disgrace. Because that's what needs to happen now. People of Alaska, take a good hard look at yourselves and ask yourselves, is this the kind of person you want representing you? Republicans across the country, take a look at yourself and ask yourself, is this the kind of person you want representing you? I mean, hell, y'all have made a big stink about protecting the lives of children for so long. But then when it comes down to it, every now and then one of you accidentally lets the truth slip out that we don't give a damn about dead children because it's actually a benefit to society. To hell with each and every one of you. Hi, everyone. This here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.